Good day, guys. How's it going? Hope you had a profitable week last week. I did okay. I went 8-5, made a few bucks. Um, didn't make a killing, but yeah, I made a few bucks. So I'm not gonna get too involved in what happened last week because 8-5 is respectable, and you know, there's always that last minute bullshit that goes on, and you know, you know, you use the UCLA and the Washington State game as an example of how garbage can end up in the end of the game, and no one could ever figure out why. So I got week 6 coming up here, and might as well just get started. Okay, so Thursday, that's today. Sorry, I'm coming in a little late. Just been busy working. Finally getting back to work. Okay, so the first game I got the Temple East Carolina game. I'm not gonna. This is kind of a little off the reservation here. Um, I'm gonna not call the point spread on this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the over under on this, and I I'm gonna call the over at 47.5 on it because I've been looking at all this stuff, and I figured best way to try to make a win out of this is to change it to the over under if I can. Um, so for the Temple East Carolina, I'm calling for over 47.5. Uh, we have the Friday game is UCF and -4. Um, I'm I know there's a lot of points that seem like it could happen, but both teams actually have defenses too that could stop each other. So on this one again, I'm not going to go with the point spread. Although if I would, um, I would probably lean I would probably lean towards Cincinnati covering. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a battle of attrition. So, um, but I don't think it's going to be every time they have the ball they're going to score either. So I'm going to call this one as an under the 60, and Cincinnati to cover the 4 point. I got a -4, so I think UCF will probably win by a field goal. All right, so that's it for Thursday and Friday. I don't want to get into those other games. Um, I'm trying to stay away from any games that are in the 20-point range, and it's really they're ridiculous to call. Saturday I got Iowa, Michigan. Michigan at a -3. I think the Iowa defense will keep Michigan down again because Michigan always seems to have a problem against any defense that's any good. Um, and so I'm going to get Iowa to maybe even win this game. Uh, I think Michigan is basically a team that, like every year, they're always starting in the top 10 as long as Jim Harbaugh is the coach, and then they slowly feather their way out of it, and because they're shit. They're not as good. I don't give a fuck unless the coach is out there throwing the ball around. I don't see where he changes these guys from a team that shouldn't even be on the top 25 to a top 25 team. I kind of have to drink that. My mouth gets dry as I talk. I guess my wife likes that part. Okay, next game on Saturday is Tulane -3 in Army, at Army. Um, yeah, I don't get that one at all. I don't know why Tulane is a favorite. I think the defense on Army is shown itself, especially against aforementioned Michigan. Um, yeah, I have. Tulane seems to have trouble with any run dominating teams, right? So I can see that Tulane will probably get their ass kicked by the triple threat that Army kind of shows on pretty much most of the games that they play. I'm calling Army to win this one outright at home. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of that story. Next one I got is the Auburn at Florida. I got it at a -2.5. So I don't. Everybody's still yapping about Florida's defense. Nobody seems to mention their fucking offense, which is garbage. And I realize they didn't get rid of Franks, but they replaced Franks. And the newer quarterback, he seems to do a little bit better. I'm sure the chemistry is probably a little better too, but I mean, look at Auburn. I mean, they've really had the tougher tests so far, and they've proven themselves really good. So I'm going to take Auburn on the road -2.5 to cover easy, and yeah, I'm as the defenses call it. I would put a secondary bet on the over as well. I don't think I don't think it'll go under like they say because they do have strong defenses, but I'm trying to find the over under on it. I didn't write it down so much. I had it written down that I should go for it, but um, yeah, I don't know why I can't find that because this isn't listed by time for some stupid reason. There we go. Over under is a 48.5. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Sounds crazy to go over on this one, especially with the stellar defenses that they have. But I think that yeah, I think this will be more of an offensive game than a defensive game. All right, next one we got is Texas at West Virginia. West Virginia is so Jekyll and Hyde. It's kind of hard to tell, but they seem to have a lot of trouble with Kansas. So I think West Virginia will hang for the first half, but Texas will just start to pull away, and I think they cover the -11. Um, yeah, yeah, second half win by 10. What? Oh, sorry, that's not what I have written down here. I have West Virginia. Okay, let's go with that. I got West Virginia to keep the game within 10. So strike what I just said. I'm going to take West Virginia on that one. Sorry. I'm just trying to rush through this, and I'm going too fast. I guess I should slow down a bit. All right. Give me a second. Now, it's like I said, sometimes it's too dry, and sometimes it overcompensates because the tumor is on the one of the salivary glands or the nerve for the salivary gland. So it one side seems to overcompensate for the other. Sorry, I don't want to throw my my cancer in your face. Use a little vape to dry it out a bit. Okay, so I got Ohio -3 on the road in Buffalo. Ohio hasn't been very good this year, so I don't know why they're getting, again, why a road team is getting the favorite here. I know they seem to be the obvious choice, but they've been pushed around. Uh, the Buffalo has lost to Liberty, but they beat Temple, so you know they have potential. And I think at home they should the home field advantage should count for something here. And I think they cover that spread easy, if not win outright. Might be a good money line pick, but I mean the money line in the -3. You could take the money line in that way, but here you got 3 points, right? So I think I take Buffalo with the 3-point cushion. Next one we got is Baylor at Kansas State, and I don't know why I don't have this one circled. Baylor's been doing really well. The only issue I had was last week when they went up 20 points and then they let Iowa State come back. But Iowa State has a good defense, so so they held Baylor while they kind of chipped away in that second half. It was a good win because that's one game I actually won money at with the pro line that we have here in Canada. I picked a tie, which is 3 points or less, and man, we just when Iowa State went up 21-20, I was actually going, okay, let's just end it here. But Baylor came down and kicked the field goal. Thankfully, it was just a field goal and kept that within 2. So I got the bleeding K-State. I don't like picking Kansas. I'm picking against Kansas State at home, but I have Baylor finishing higher on the my Big 12 season picks. So Baylor has to be Kansas State, and I'm going to stick with Baylor because that's who I picked at the beginning. Arizona at Colorado. This one is kind of a no-brainer for me because I like Colorado. I like them at home. That Montez is a pretty good quarterback. Khalil Tate's good, but they don't have much of a defense. Neither does Colorado. But Colorado's a better defense than Arizona does. And they're at home. So Arizona's pretty much, they play at almost at sea level, and Colorado plays. So I'm sure the air thinness is going to kind of play on the Arizona players. So I'm taking Colorado. They're a -4 at home. I think they cover that by a touchdown. All right. Tulsa at SMU. I've been with SMU from the start. I said they were going to be good. I said if they had gotten by, Jesus, I can't remember what the third game was. Might have been Tulane, but I'm not sure. I said if they got by that one, they're here to prove themselves this year. So, and SMU is -13. I don't care. Tulsa has a good defense. SMU is going to kick the crap out of them. So I'm taking SMU -13. So next one here. We got Pittsburgh at Duke. Again, I like Duke. I know Pitts had that good game with you at UCF, but they were also at home. And Duke's been proving themselves pretty good this year too. I've been with Duke after they finished with Alabama on the first game. They've also won since then. So like I said, I'm going to go with them because they're continuing to win, and but I'm taking Duke because of the home field, -5. Again, Duke can really, really lay it out. Like if they get on a roll, man, don't be surprised if they could win by a couple of touchdowns here. All right, so the last game I got here is the Air Force at Navy. I'm seeing them both play. Air Force seems to have the better triple threat and also a better defense. I think I think Air Force wins by a touchdown. They're a -3.5, and I think they win at home. I mean, they win on the road here because Navy just really hasn't proven themselves. Air Force has, so I'm going with Air Force. I don't know why I didn't circle these. Okay, so that was pretty short, I guess. I only went with 12 games this week. I'm not trying to go less. I'm just really running out of a lot of time. I will have some money line picks. I'll try to get on that. There seems to be quite a few of those this week. So those are basically games that are worth taking the money line, worth the risk on the money line than it is taking the point spread. So I will be taping that in about an hour, and I'll have some good picks for you there. I went 3-3 with the money line picks last week, which for the amount of money you're putting on it, I mean, you're guaranteed to get paid on it. So that's hopefully you guys did that. I'm not getting a lot of viewers, and I see guys with their they do just straight up picks, regardless. So they'll take Alabama on a straight up pick. Yeah, congratulations, you really did well there. You really did your homework. I'm getting tired of them. I'm watching these guys. They got 1,000 views, 100 comments, and all they're doing is picking straight up picks. I mean, if that's all it takes, I could fucking do that too. Geez, I'll tell you what, I'll take Alabama, Clemson, and LSU every fucking week to see how I do. I think I'll go 3 for 3 every week. But like I said, I do some homework here, and these are my picks. And when I go 8-5, it's because it's against the spread, or maybe once in a while pick the over-unders. But if you guys like going on that money line picks, fucking winning 5 cents on every dollar you bet, I mean, more power to you, I guess. Okay, so like I said, give me about an hour, and I'll do some money line picks. And I guess I better do NFL if I want to get in on that Thursday game. I have yet to get in on the Thursday game. But like I said, I guess I better do my work, and I will see you guys in the winning circle. All right, have a good one, and make some money. And please comment, subscribe, share, anything like that. That'd be great. Okay, talk to you later.